Good morning. What up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. I am your host, A.D. Walker, the pusher, the grower, the motivator. I thank you guys for being here. Just another day that the Lord. As always, make sure you share because sharing is caring. Bring that down a little bit. Let me pull this over a little bit. There we go. Get the brothers in there. The brothers. Make sure you share. Sharing is caring. I think it might be me today. I don't know. I thought Larry might be coming through. This is Mental Health Wednesday. Matt Genius will not be in the building taking care of the babies. It's that season where the germs come out. If you have children, you understand the season where the germs just pass along from one to the other. And, Matt is blessed with a couple of babies, so I'm sure one is going to get it, then the other may get it. So we're going to pray for Matt. Pray that it goes away all at once. One time, all the sickness, because first it likes to run through the kids. Then it hits the adults. You see, I'm a little stuffy this morning. My babies was a little stuffy this morning, but this baby, big baby. So it's not the same struggle. It's not the same struggle. All right. Looks like Larry's in the green room. Oh, ready? Ready? All right. Thumbs up. Larry J. Banks in the building. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, man. I'm kind of hyped right now.
I see that. Had to work out. He sent me a picture of before and after, uh, making me feel even worse.
Don't
But it's
feel
all
worse.
good.
It
It's all
was.
good.
It's called encouragement.
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 Indeed. My schedule has kind of been flipped upside down. So I
So,
just gotta get it
so
back together.
well,
Go ahead.
well. What might be happening is I was really trying to cater to my West Coasters. They
Okay.
really got some out there that really want to put this work in,
Right.
and so I'm looking at a Tuesday and Thursday noon time our time, 9 o'clock West Coast
Okay.
time.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's gonna come.
All right.
I'm not sure when, but it's gonna come really soon. But
Okay.
then I'm gonna do something unprecedented. And
Uh-oh.
Lord just said like this, Larry, you do it, they will come. Just go ahead and do it. And live core fitness after dark. So
Live.
9 p.m.
Wow.
9 p.m. Eastern time,
Okay.
6 p.m. So now
You're
give
at
everybody an equal opportunity. Yes,
right.
I'll make sure I'm on. I gotta find out which days that the after dark is gonna be, maybe once a week.
Right.
I gotta go to Mrs. Banks and be like, um, yeah,
Nice.
as long as I get her get her thumbs up,
Yeah.
I'll be fine. And plus we're sharing the same studio. We
Yeah.
converted our basement to a studio.
Right.
And
Right.
so she has her Zumba classes that she teaches twice a
Okay.
week on Zoom. But
Right.
now that she's in class, she's in the LA Fitnesses now. She's on
Okay.
the fitness equation. She's doing it now in the gym.
Wow.
So
Nice.
she had to cut back her Zoom workout. So I got no more
Congratulations.
studio time. Oh yeah. So
Congratulations,
you know
Miss
when
Banks.
when you ask him for one, he gives you all. He gives you many.
Right. Nice. Nice. Man, that's awesome.
So yeah,
That's awesome.
but you want to have. I'm gonna add more opportunities. Don't feel obligated, but want to get in.
Don't feel pressured.
Don't
Don't
feel.
feel pressured. Jeff, where you at, Jeff? Now you got no excuse. Like I said, Jeff be getting it in. Jeff, don't let Jeff slip. He was doing them jump ropes like a pro. So
See, I already know Jeff. I can already tell. I know his type.
you know it's type.
I know his
So
type.
make sure you text LCF to 84576. Text LCF to 84576.
Yeah.
So you know what's happening. Get your workout and do it before January. So by the time January come in, you're like, okay, I'm looking fresh, fit, and I'm on schedule. Fresh and fit.
Exactly, and this is the time that everybody, you know, they might slip. Don't take it negatively, but you might slip up and not work out as often as
Right.
you did or whatever.
Right.
This is when you start eating that comfort food, that food that
Ooh.
stick. We call it the food that stick to the ribs, and it's fine. But this now it's like let's change
Height
this up.
is scary.
Let's change this narrative
Right.
and put it at work. So when spring comes, we like this.
Put
I don't know what that was, but that's what it is.
Put in work. Gotta put in work.
Let's put the work on in the wintertime, so the
Right.
springtime is easy.
Right. Indeed. I'm a little dark today. I feel like my lighting is not in the correct space, but it's all good.
You had me when I first got on this thing.
I know, right? You got that
I'm like,
white that
wow.
reflect.
I glow in the sun. I was like, I need to do something about this. Didn't even know I had the tools right here at my disposal.
Look at that. Look at that.
Give me at the bottom.
Gotta give you everything you need. You just gotta look. Gotta look.
Look
All
at
right,
that.
so
look at that. You just gotta look. Like
just gotta look.
He be speaking to you. You just gotta listen. You gotta listen or know how he's talking to you.
No doubt. The word is there. All right, so listen, we appreciate you guys for being here. Another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. Let's make sure you share. Sharing is caring. We're gonna take this quick intro. I'm gonna see if I can grab a cup of coffee while we do this. I'm feeling very, very tired. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Talk about getting older. Let's talk about putting things in proper context. Getting older. Maybe we'll dig into that a little bit. We know we have the tragic situation happening in the Middle East. You guys need to continue to pray. It's a lot of craziness happening. So a lot.
Like they're posting.
Oh yeah, a lot.
Videos, dude. Yeah, and this is like,
yeah, because it's on both sides. There's always the casualties, because you gotta always remember, one, everybody doesn't agree with the conflict. Two, there's always civilian casualties. Folks that are like, I'm not fighting. Like, we could just work this out. And they are the ones getting their homes destroyed and family, being killed and things of that nature.
Targeted.
Yeah, so it's a horrible situation. What's up, Jeff? Good morning, sir. So let me drop this intro. So forgive me, we're not gonna dig. It's we can offer prayer. If there's charities, we can offer information to give, but to sit and talk about the situation that, one, from here, it's not much we can do about it. So I talk about it a little bit, but my focus is, just being mindful and talk about life here. We, as the United States, we have been blessed to honestly be away from a lot of the stuff. So.
Yeah.
But we've had our conflicts here as well. All right, so this
ourselves here.
Right.
All right, go ahead. Go get your coffee, bro.
Yes, sir. We're gonna do this. I don't know if I can do it quick enough, but we'll see. We'll be right back right after this.
Stand up.
Oh snap! You the Flash. He was like, beak.
Almost.
I've been in this chair the whole time. You was like, yo, Tank, give me. I need an outro. I need an out. Make a left right here. Make a right. All right, there you go. That phone booth. Get it.
What I'm gonna do is I've been meaning to make this too, just in case, because sometimes things happen on the broadcast, uh, where either something happens here or um a conversation will be like, I don't even know where to go right now. So I need
Right.
a please hold on. Boom, 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 boom. So because we live, it's different. If we like YouTube, if we just recording, then I could just edit it out and just I could sit there and think like
Right.
I
Right.
don't I don't know how to respond to that right now. Let me think about this. then edit it out. So y'all
No, we
missed
know
10
it's different.
minutes, 10 minutes of pontification as I ponder, as I as you caught me in between and I don't know what to say.
Right. Right. Right.
So, but
Like, my
it's
mama said, my
my
mama
mama, my
said,
mama, my mama,
mama
my mama
said,
said. My mama said, "Oh man, yo, what is your? We're gonna just chat. What is your favorite movie all time?
favorite movie
All
all
time,
time.
yeah. If there's one, if there's a top. Sometimes it gets hard because it depends on right because it's like you might not even think about it till you see like you ever just randomly see a movie like oh man how could I
So
forget this movie.
it's a combo of two movies.
Okay.
It's a combo of two movies, and this just goes into how my grandfather raised me. You know, but it's a combo of two movies.
Right.
It's Tombstone and Wyatt Earp.
Okay, western like movies. Okay.
Yeah, so and the two is pretty much the same story, just different characters, two different perspectives,
Right.
same story. Um, and as I have my favorite actors for certain the actor that I prefer to that play Wyatt Earp versus the player
Right.
that played Doc Holliday.
Right. Right.
Um, Val Kilmer tried to do Doc Holliday, but he didn't. He didn't. He
Wow.
he was entertaining enough,
Okay.
but the other guy, he
Mama
was
Bird
like,
said two of my favorites. Okay.
uh
Okay.
oh,
Oh, Val Kilmer. That he seemed. I don't know what happened to him. He kind of like was doing stuff.
you
Wasn't
know
he
what
Batman?
happened?
Did he play Batman?
He played
Did he do
Batman, but
Batman?
you know what happened when he did that movie Heat, and he was the only one that got away. He never. He's still traveling. He's still driving that car.
Yeah, with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, all the heavy hitters and that was a
He's the
those
only one that
those
survived. He got in the car. They said, "Don't look back," and that's what he did. He's still
he's
driving
still
the car.
driving to this day. To this day. Okay, Mama Corey says,
Oh wow, Robert Corey. Yeah, there we go.
I may. I don't know if I'm a Western fan. I mean, like, and please don't come for me because I'm not like I used to be a fan of his, but he seemed like he got old and just started getting crazy. And I'm talking about Clint Eastwood. So I'm a I'm a Clint Eastwood movie like fan. And what I
Okay.
mean, like, I won't even say Clint, like those, I like those, A River Runs Through It.
Mm,
Like, I like maybe the slower pace, Western like movies, that have,
yeah.
and like this cool movie that might have a little drama in it, but it's like set in those days. I guess that's the best way to put it. Like I'm not the Western. I'm not really gun smoking, gun shooting. Like
Hang
I
on
see
high.
you at 12 noon. You know, like I don't riding on horses doing the action. Yeah, not really. I like the slow pace stuff. I like that stuff. Like you feel like they're doing the fly fishing, having conversation. A little bit of drama.
Right.
I like those. Like the ones that Clint Eastwood made a few of those. Those kind of
Mhm.
slow moving kind of movies. I like
Man,
those kind of
talking,
westerns.
talking like this with a twig in his mouth. I'm
Right.
like, man.
Right. Oh, those are the kind
You
of
get a
movies
load
I,
of
I
me.
like when it comes to the
Punk.
westerns. Um, but I think it happened more with age, if that makes
Mm,
sense. Like before, you know, I wasn't into the slow, but it seemed like the older I get, the more unique stories I like. You know, I don't like. I mean, I could do a good action. They okay, but I like more words. Like if you ever like, I've dialed back and look at old movies, just random,
Okay.
and you realize there's just more, so much more dialogue, you know, than they have. You know, they used to have so. They used to talk more.
Yeah.
Now it's more action and
Bang, bang,
scenes
bang,
and
bang, bang.
right,
Yeah.
right. It's always yeah. Before, like, I
The,
guess they
the
probably
story.
talked out more of what happened as opposed to showing you, you know, what happened. You know, my aunt used to say, leave things for the imagination. You know,
Right.
um, like movies with just the random sex scenes. You're like, we saw you go in the room. We already knew.
Yeah.
We didn't need to see all that. We knew it was about to go down. You know, like, and so yeah, it's you just be watching like, did they really have to do that? Like,
Oh man.
did we really need all that? Like, I'm talking about, did we really need all that? You
Yeah.
know,
We didn't need that.
we didn't need all that.
And
Um,
nowadays they really giving you stuff that you really don't want to see. You're
right,
like, come on now. We saw them hold hands.
right,
We saw them
right,
get eye contact.
right, right.
Saw them go into the room.
We know.
I don't need to see any more.
We know. Right, right.
Put your skivvies back on. I don't need to see all that.
Right. Let's see. Mama Corey says Clint Eastwood is crazy today, although I love his West. Right, right. He is absolutely, absolutely crazy. Um,
Did anyone watch his Dirty Harry movies though?
feeling lucky.
Yeah. Man, he just running in the suit.
Right
He,
in the suit.
he
No, them
was
feet hurt.
yeah, hard bottoms and
Hard
all.
bottom shoes and that suit. He's
You would
I did.
think, yeah, Robert Corey, yeah.
I did.
He was the original Neo.
Right,
you
right, right.
know,
Neo be running around in them suits. Right, right, right. That's hilarious.
wow.
Um, but yeah, so I'm talking about placing things like in context of, you know, age, how you look at things, your perspective on life. Um, I feel like for me personally, you know, I have a little more gray area as I wear gray. I have a little more gray area
I like it.
when it comes to situations, if that makes sense. You know, like
Yep.
I feel like I'm not a hard stance person on a lot of things. You know, other than Jesus is Lord. You know,
Right.
I'm not a hard stance on a lot of things. I give ear to, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Um, you know, even with the Palestinian Israel, you know, everybody against Israel situation. Um, you know, just it's just an interesting dichotomy of thoughts. This is yeah, talking about perspectives. Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like and online is the worst. Absolutely. On he said my favorite, The Matrix. Yo, Matrix is good.
Well,
How many is that? Four. The very very last new one was absolutely horrible. I didn't like it. I felt like they were going somewhere, but they just didn't
well,
connect it well.
I feel they were setting us up for, the next next trilogy. They're trying to be a
Mm,
Star Wars. That's what I'm seeing, and it was a setup to what's to come, and they wasted time with the whole movie
right.
to set us up.
Yeah. Oh, he said just the first. Right, right. He just
Oh,
like the first one. I'm sorry. My bad, Rod. My bad. We
come
right.
on!
First one was classic.
The
Then the
third
other
one, he
ones.
was like this, and he went through all those sentinels, and then he couldn't say Trinity. Trinity had got caught up. Like, Trinity, what happened? Like, dude, you didn't block all of them. You didn't block them all.
Now, well, the Matrix. Unfortunately, I don't. They didn't set it up enough as a world. It was more Neo. You know what I'm saying? Like Star Wars was a world. Like there's so much
It
going on.
is
You
is
want
the
to start?
world. Is the world.
Star Wars was a world. It
They
so
still they
I
still
mean I
making
know they still kill. I guess
they still making content.
they still, but I think they're killing it slowly. I feel like they're killing it slowly. It's a lot. It's a lot, and it's folks like me are already like, all right, I'm done. And I'm sure there's
Really?
oh yeah,
Oh
I've
my
been done
gosh.
for a minute. I've been done.
Oh
Yeah, I
man.
like you can start if you start talking about it. I was like, oh, I'm lost. I don't.
Oh,
The
we're gonna
dots are
have a
not connecting.
we're gonna need we need a viewing party. Like
The dots are not.
we need a
Anyone in
viewing
here
party.
watch Star Wars still like the new ones? What was that one?
Now it's Ahsoka. Because see now what they're doing is
They're
they have
taking each character.
they get the character, they develop it, and they build it on past. Now we're going on past Return of the Jedi. We're past that,
Right.
right? Um, yeah, and they fill in the gaps where it's like,
Too much.
what was about? Oh, it's a.
Cause I think. Oh, right. See, right. Thanks, Rod. Appreciate you. AD, same. Thank you, Rod. Thank you.
All right, Rob. We doing 20 sets on Friday, just like
you're gonna learn today.
no rest, no
You're
rest.
gonna learn today. Arizona conflict won't be solved until proper Yeah, Richard, it's deep. It's deep. And
It's not gonna be a compromise. They didn't
it doesn't
compromise.
help. Listen, it doesn't help that when did he say it? I don't know when he said the Iranian one of the presidents had committed to wiping Israel off the map. So there's a anger there that you're just like, like, yeah, I don't know. Compromise may not be part of some folks' strategy. So, long as there's someone just committed, there's always going to be a beef.
Yeah,
So
well, it's like, no, you already know. Because today was an easy day too. Today was the beginner. Today was a revisit to a beginner's class.
The
We did
beginner,
we did
new.
beginner. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, with that set of content,
yeah,
it's like, I think now they're doing it, but they're forgetting the why. Like, why did the conflict start? Start in the beginning. It was, it was over. I believe it was over like the Holy Land, and then it's who has the rights to it and all that stuff.
Right.
I guess the same thing could happen with America finding it. If the Indians were equipped,
right?
The natives were equipped. It probably still be at war now. Like, this is our land.
They could, yeah. If they hadn't
submitted,
probably been compromised and destroyed, like to the point of having to rely, had they just been over in their space doing their thing, we definitely will be at it. There'd be constant war, like having. I've been looking out in the woods and like, oh snap, I gotta go. I'm just saying, like, like they were just folks would just, and they would have the right to. So I'm gonna just say that too. They would have every right to, I mean, but having enslaved us too, it might have been like, you know what?
Yeah.
I got y'all. So I mean, there's history with that, but
you come outside, see arrows in your car, on your car, like, dang, they did an arrow by.
Stop it. All right. Forgive us. All right. So placing things in context. Like you said, as you get older, like being more sensitive to things, like just I don't know what has happened. I'm just extra sensitive to certain movies. I guess it's just life, period. Just making you more aware. But then there's, as you get older, some folks are just stuck in a way. I'm not moving from this space.
Right.
This is what I know. This is what I've always believed. My mama said. My mama told me, and your mama wrong. Your mama was wrong. Like the internet has shown. this is the facts.
Right.
Like
Right.
things we thought we knew, till you start Googling, like, maybe that's not true.
Yeah. Mama, you told me.
She ain't had internet though. Like, I can't listen anything my parents have I can't, because they knew based on their parents saying, before that they knew based on someone else displaying or saying, like, you got a whole group, a whole community of people saying, we agree that this thing is the fact. Like,
Yeah.
No one really testing it, no one really challenging it. It just, this is the fact. Which is why we have some of our young people kind of challenging our old way of thinking or our old thoughts, and we're kind of having to dig in and really find factual information about it, and to challenge, to defend, some things that we've believed. So I think, like I said, placing things in context. Like, as you get older, as you learn, as you grow, you become, I think, sensitive and aware. But like I said, online, people seem unmovable when it comes to discussions, you know.
Yeah.
And I've talked about, right, building empathy. I've talked about on a crusade to kind of help educate people. And I realized doesn't matter how much fact I have in my arsenal, they're gonna fight back. Like this, we're not gonna get to a resolve because everybody wants to be right, and listen, I've put posts up. I remember, I don't know, I was angry, I was mad, and I was like, I can't. What I put, I would never support another black business. I was upset, having one of them emotional Facebook spills. I'm never gonna support a black business. So my homeboy was like, "So you're saying you never support your son and daughter in business?" you know, just in the head right there. I was like,
Yeah.
you're right. I took the vote down. I was like, I was mad. I was just, I got it. That's, you're right. You're right. I just was having, you have a trend. I was like, I'm so sick out of these folks, but business is business. He said, what up, Chris? He said, my wife lets me be right sometimes. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good morning.
I'm glad
yeah,
she's
like-
letting you right sometimes. You need to be right. You always right now, though.
You're always right. You're always right, brother. She just don't understand you. She just don't understand you, Chris. But having that, like you said, I would think sometimes, I guess you get older, you build empathy, but I've seen some really hard, unforgiving older people. It's just,
Oh yeah.
And they're stuck. You can see the stuckness. You can see they're stuck in a space where someone's hurt them, or multiple people have hurt them, and they're having their hardest time trusting, hardest time moving, and not able to advance because they have they have not expanded their context. They've not expanded their perspective.
Well, I wouldn't say it that way. Being a former old man stuck in this old man way.
All right. Break it down, brother. What would you say?
So when I was one of those stuck in my old man ways,
right?
It had to be this way,
right?
Or no way,
right?
But it wasn't that I wasn't going to free myself. Just that I've given myself a set of guidelines. Like I wouldn't make left turns. Like I wouldn't drive. I wouldn't make a left turn at a stop sign. Like I wouldn't go on the road that it was a stop sign to make a left turn.
What up, David? Said former.
A left turn, onto a road that didn't have lights or stop sign, and then I wouldn't do it only because it was just harder to do it. I would rather make a bunch of rights to get to the same because it's a crapshoot driving out. You got to stop sign, you wait for traffic
into traffic. Okay.
So I would make right. So now I'm continuing moving. Right now, I'm like, I'll go to that stop sign. Oh, I make a left. oh well, my GPS knows how I like to be now, so now I want to do it. So I've changed. But before that was my thing. I was like this.
Wow.
Um,
I literally was sitting there thinking in my head, like, I guess if there's 2 blocks, yeah, if you go right, right, and then go straight across, and then right, you'll get there
you still get there.
without crossing. I was sitting there like, how can you keep making rights and still get there? Well, you're right. You're right. You're right. Because
See?
you're right.
You gotta be right. Right is right.
Right is right.
Right is right. But
Wow.
I've changed because oh man. But so that was one of my changes, and my perspective has really changed. Like some people used to be afraid to bring something to me because they knew, oh, he's going to respond this way.
Right.
And then, but now since I released that way,
Right.
it's a little more freeing, and it's like, okay, um, I'll take whatever someone says or do
Right.
as feedback,
Mm.
and then like, okay, that's how they feel, and then I'll always try to find a positive in it, you know. And former or um yes, see, those who don't know, David Dixon is my bestie.
All right. All right.
He knows me all too well. He knows me better than me.
He said, "Know you better than you."
He knows me better than me. But after, I think if people have a near death experience, their perspective begins to change. The way
Right.
they view things now, the way they are,
Right.
it actually changes.
Your context.
And that's what happened with me. It's like, okay, I gotta make a change. It's like, oh, okay, I seen what, I didn't see the other side, but I came close to it, and I was like, yeah, let's just be happy to be here.
Right.
and not have that hard stance.
Right. That's
Um,
good. That's good.
so that was something that really changed. Like, like even in the workouts, like they're like, oh, you got your form. You have to make sure you have exact form.
Hmm.
And if you trained with me before, I'm like, your form is off. Your form is off. Your form is off. And the reason why I would say I would really get on people about their form being off because I'm trying to prevent injury.
Right. Right.
Now it's like, hey, I look at it as you'll learn form eventually,
Okay.
but you're here doing the work.
Right. Right. You
And
do it.
you know what?
Just do it.
Let's go.
Right.
So
Right.
now my perspective had changed, right? Like I want to lighten the weight that you use so you don't hurt yourself. I'm trying to prevent injury, but it's okay. You're here with me. We going. Let's go.
Right.
You can even ask Mrs. Banks. I changed with her. I leave her alone. I'm like, we're doing this workout for the day.
Right.
I'll see you on the other side.
Nice. Nice. Not the micromanage anymore. Whoa.
Whoa.
You doing that rope? Whoa. Whoa.
You know what? I'm not even going to the gym with you anymore. Like you just like
wow.
Like
awesome.
why are we leaving? Like we woke up at 4:30 to get to the gym at 5. Why are we getting at the gym at 6:15? Now it's like, oh well. I got to the gym at 6:15. I made it to the gym. You see how that is? You see how the changes?
I see that.
Stringent.
Instead of being so stringent about the little things, the goal is getting accomplished.
Goal is getting accomplished.
That's it. And I need y'all to listen to that right there. The goal is getting accomplished because we can be so petty in the small things and get so caught up in the process having to be a particular way that we miss out on the goal. This is the goal. You made it to the gym. You don't have exactly the right amount of time, but you have time.
Yeah.
You have time. And like you said, you kept getting at 6. You stressing yourself out. You spend the next 2 to 3 minutes fussing, first verbally, then internally. I can't believe we here got to do this daggone thing. We keep been here at daggone.
We done got here at 5. We had access to that equipment right there. Now 15 people waiting on it, gonna wait on it, but no,
Right.
I'll just be number 16.
Right.
Or I'll
Speaking
do
of
something else.
process,
Uh-oh.
what up, Kaneem? AKA Shabba.
Ting-a-ling-a-ling, school bell ring.
Ring.
What up, gentlemen?
What's up,
But,
sir?
talk about perspective. Talk about perspective and going into Shaba.
Uh-oh.
This thing was on my feed on Instagram, and the lady goes to this guy. I don't know which Jamaican artist it was, a reggae artist it was, but she goes, "How many children do you have?" He was like, 20, 23, 22 baby mother. Right? You got that? 23, 22 baby mother. And then
Okay.
real bad man. Right? He calls himself a real bad man. Like, how are you a real bad man? Because what makes you a real bad man? That you had 23 kids or you had 22 baby mothers. Like, where's the father? Where's the father point? Are you the father? You're a real bad man if you're a father.
He didn't. Well, you may have misinterpreted what he said.
All right.
He meant it exactly like he said it. I mean, bad man.
I'm a bad man. I'm a bad man.
Yeah. See, you were saying bad meaning good. No, he meant exactly what he said.
Right.
Okay, got it. Uh-oh.
Brian,
don't worry about me. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Hey, I was gonna send you a text, but then I said, nah, I'm gonna leave him alone. We pretty much in the same boat, so I'll let him make it on that. Because I mean, being that both our teams has got the same record, I was like, nah, I ain't gonna hold you to that. Okay. I mean, y'all is picked to go to the Super Bowl. We picked to get second and third pick in the draft, so we on the right course.
I don't know. You're on task, right?
Well,
we on the right
course. If you really think about my comments, if anyone can check the tape, Dallas was never my pick for the Super Bowl.
It's not. See, that's where I gotta call you on the carpet right there, my brother. So, being that you are a diehard, you ain't got to say it. It's automatically it's in your hat. It's in your backdrop. It's on your blanket. It's on your shirt. It might be in your wallet. You always expect it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta verbally say it.
There's always hope. This is what I say to people. Yeah. Like, this weekend, this is what I said. I said, if you ask me, there's no way that I thought the Cowboys were going to beat the 49ers. But here was my thought. I said, but if they do, you ain't going to be able to close my mouth for a month.
I respect that.
Just go and do me a favor. Who is Jordan Love?
Quarterback for the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, because the memes are coming. I need context. Like,
placing things in context. That's what we're talking about today.
It was like, oh, Jordan Love, thinking about the game that he just had, and they like see him having nightmares in his falling out of his bed, and somebody else is like showing him frozen and stuff. Like, what happened?
Nothing. The dude is playing his 5th game as the starting quarterback for an NFL franchise.
Yeah, I give you that. I have to respect that too.
Okay.
I mean, every quarterback, every now we talk NFL. Every starting quarterback that I have seen in my lifetime in their first season looks suspect. Yeah. Every quarterback, even Steve McNair, and I thought he was gonna come in the league and just fire it up.
You know who didn't look suspect, Kaneem?
Who that?
Cam Newton.
Okay.
Cam Newton came in the league throwing for 400 yards like his first few games. It just was insane. Took him to the Super Bowl. In his early years.
I will say that. Oh, and you know what? Now that you done brought it to my attention, another black quarterback that came to the league on fire.
Don't say it. Don't say
it. He ain't nothing right now.
You're not a quarterback now. I know exactly who you're going to go with too. Go ahead.
RG3.
RG3.
Oh, I was not about to say, oh, what? RG3.
He came in on fire.
Came in, lighting it up.
I was, you know who I was about to say?
Go on, say
Michael Vick.
Yeah, Vick.
Michael Vick.
I was thinking that.
I had to. I'm like,
I should have just said it because I figured that's what I was thinking.
Michael Vick.
Michael Vick did have some accuracy problems though.
Yeah.
He had a strong arm, but he had some accuracy problems.
I went to a Redskins game, and he was on. Their offense was on the field, and they were cheering RG3. And then when the defense was on the field, the fans were cheering RG3. I'm like, he's not even on defense. How you going to call? How you going to cheer his name? He came in hot. I got to give it to the brother. He came in hot. Then he had the thing is, they paid him so hard, his knee said.
That's what he tells young players now. He said the mistake he made was putting everything out there for the team and neglecting his body. So he tells them, don't put your body at risk. Which is what Anthony Richardson just did.
You got me with that Cam Newton that one, Brian. I will say that you brought that one out of his closet on me, brother.
Andrew Luck came in all right.
He was good. I will say he was good, but
he retired.
He still had them hiccups.
Yeah.
But when he say Cam Newton, I had to remember like, okay, he set records in his rookie season. I was like, oh, okay, yeah,
so,
you're right about that.
So we talk about quarterbacks, right? We talk about placing things in context, and when Larry was talking about, what's all the memes and freezing up and being nervous, I could imagine like unless somehow you got acclimated into that moment, to be standing on an NFL field, to be facing down probably linemen that you might have liked. you might have followed.
Your fantasy team.
Now they're chasing you. The toughest tackles you've ever seen. Like, oh, I've seen highlights of you destroying quarterbacks. Like, you are now the target. So I could imagine, what that would be like.
That's how Bryce Young feels right now.
Yeah.
That's Bryce Young in Carolina. Now that's who's feeling that. All the guys who watch demolish people, now they coming at him. Man. I feel for Bryce Young, man. Seriously.
I think he gonna be all right. He just gotta learn not to take the big hit. He ain't learned that yet. In college, he didn't really have to worry about it because everybody wasn't an all-star.
In college he didn't have to worry about it because in college he had an NFL offensive line.
He sure did.
Yeah, but I mean you still gotta go up against Cali. You still gotta go up against Georgia. You still gotta go up against Clemson. You still gotta go up against Ole Miss. You still gotta go up against Texas. I mean, you still going up against talent.
Yeah.
But I'm saying now that you've made it to the NFL, everybody on that defensive line is an all-star. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different. It's different when you might have a gap here, a gap there.
Right. There's a few.
But
it's a weak spot. Right.
Yeah. So he got to learn, just like Tua in Miami, he got to learn how to get tackled and to avoid tackles.
Right.
Because if he just gonna sit back there like a punch dummy, his career gonna be real short.
Well, the thing is, but the truth is, Carolina doesn't have an offensive line to protect him yet. So that's real talk. And
I agree.
Tua took up martial arts to learn how to fall.
That's smart.
Yeah,
Brian, you gotta help me here. You gotta help me here. You gotta help me here. Micah Parsons. First game of the season against my guys, he played like an all-star.
Oh man, that was good.
Yeah.
He said the program.
I feel slighted that he's not doing the same thing to all the other teams now. How many weeks in? 5,
Oh,
6
he's
weeks?
still doing it. Listen, there is no game that Micah Parsons does not have an impact.
I
His
agree.
pressures, there's just, it doesn't exist. There is no game that he may not be getting, 2 or 3 sacks every game, but he's creating problems every single game.
It was 4 or 5 that he had.
Yeah.
At least
Well,
4
that's
or 5
because that was your team. That was your team.
Y'all remember that movie, the program? So Rod says talking about football. The movie that got me hyped back in the day was the program. First football movie I watched.
That one.
Wasn't that the
brutal.
one when they sat in the middle of the highway? They had the highway
Yeah.
thing, the
Yeah.
highway scene that they cut out
Yeah.
because folks was actually
he was doing it.
Doing it.
Yeah.
That was Al Pacino.
The program was pretty hardcore. That was pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
I was trying to, because I remember it, but I don't I was trying to remember the actual story. He said Willie Beeman.
Willie Beeman.
I keep the ladies screaming.
Yep, Jamie.
That was a good movie too. Any given Sunday, guys. Any given Sunday. Yeah.
So that young guy, the name Anthony Richardson for Indianapolis Colts, man, they're thinking that he may have to have surgery on his shoulder.
Oh, really? I thought he was still concussed. He came back and got hurt again.
Yep, he got hurt. His shoulder's hurt, so he didn't play this past week. I think they bring in, what's the kid's name? Oh wow, the one who played for Jacksonville. What's that dude with the mustache?
Oh, Minshew.
Gardner Minshew. Yeah, Gardner Minshew is now in Indianapolis, so he getting ready to
But
play.
Gardner Minshew ain't no slouch though. They better stop sleeping on Gardner.
Well, the thing is, he is probably the best backup quarterback in the league, as far as I'm concerned. Wow. Coming in and actually not skipping a beat.
I remember him from Washington State. He was the man at Washington State for.
Yeah.
He was good. He was good.
Yeah.
So let me ask this though. Let me ask this. I know you guys are big football fans and you watch a lot of these guys grow up, grow older.
From teenagers,
some come in hot, some come in hot, and some fizzle. Like talking about placing things in context, right? And you're shifting your perspective and how you see things. The cautiousness of playing, right? Like you said, I'm sure most guys come in, they throw their whole body in it because I just got this $1 billion. I want to make another $1 billion. So I'm all in. And like what'd you say? One of the quarterbacks says, the one thing he learned. What'd you say? What's my man? I don't remember his name. You just said it. 3 MP3, RG3, Chat GPT, RG3. He said, the one thing he learned, was to protect his body, to be more mindful. Because, I'm sure a lot of guys, since we've all known about football, they 90s throwing their body in. I'm going to get this ball off. I'm going to take this hit from LT, but I'm going to get this ball off, and after like 3 hits from him, that's not going to work.
Well, I think the difference is, RG3 was his message, and hindsight is 2020. It ruined 100%. RG3's career. He never took off, and
okay, you said it ruined it.
He was done.
Okay,
yeah. So he's telling young guys now, right, early in your career, don't take those kind of chances.
Right. Okay.
You Aaron Rodgers and the Super Bowl. There's a difference between getting to the Super Bowl and not getting to the Super Bowl. Then you try to get that extra yard. But you a young guy coming in, ain't figured out the game yet. Protect your body so that you have longevity.
Right. That's good.
And that's the thing. That's the lesson Josh Allen hasn't learned yet. That's the problem with Anthony Richardson in Indianapolis. He out there running because he, 6'5", 250.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Built like a defense, like a linebacker. But it doesn't matter. You cannot continue playing that physically as a quarterback. It will come back to haunt you. It'll come back to hurt you. And that's the message that RG3 is trying to send to these young quarterbacks. That extra yard, y'all need to drop, hit the ground, fall.
Right.
Don't get hit.
Don't get hit.
Just because you can doesn't think all things are lawful, but not expedient.
Gotcha,
For those of you who don't understand, it may be within your rights, but it may not be within your favor.
Right. Sometimes you just fall. Don't take the hit. Sometimes you see it coming. Just drop. Sometimes you gotta get out the game. Just get out.
Yeah.
All right. It's Miss Crabs all over home. So we appreciate you guys for being here, rocking with us. Another edition of Brothers of Legacy. Kaneem.
Man, I'm up here about to bust out laughing at this lady that's walking across the street.
Uh-oh. What happened?
She got both her hands on the back of her hip. Now, I don't know if you got a front or a side, but she got them on the back of her hip. Both hands. And and she got that booty. She got that booty, dude. And I'm like, hey, and she is struggling across this parking lot, dog. I'm telling you. Oh my God. That is hilarious. Yeah. Anyway, brother. What you got up, my brother?
I just needed that. That's all. I felt like there was something. There was something stirring. I needed that. And Brian's getting some work done on the vehicle. I pray it's general maintenance and nothing of.
Yeah, look, back in here. I had it in here Saturday. I'm back in here for a follow up.
Okay.
That could be a headache.
Right. Right.
You on that. Like,
I was just in here.
It ain't the fact that I ain't got to pay no money today, but my time is very valuable.
Like with my car, I'm like, yo, fix the problem.
Yeah, why am I was just here. Y'all were closed on Sunday. That's the only reason I didn't come back the next day. I mean, if y'all been open Sunday, I'd have came back in this Sunday. Right. What's wrong with y'all, man?
Right. Can I tell you, sometimes I'll be like, I feel like y'all just trying to wait out this warranty, aren't y'all? Y'all want me to come out of pocket on this, don't you? That's what I feel like. Oh, you're just trying to wait me out. You're going to cut the lights up. You're going to put a piece of tape on it. Oh, you're going to come pay for this. You're just trying to wait me out.
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, no, but check it out. But here's, testimony. I got Brienne that Kia. Can you remember the Kia Soul?
Yes, sir.
And I didn't do my research. I didn't realize how many recalls Kia had. Right? Engines dying. I mean, the Kia has been in some serious trouble. And I'm like, how did I miss that? Right?
Yeah.
And so Brienne got this Kia. She had a little fender bender.
Oh, gosh.
Took forever to get it fixed because she's in school. And I wanted it to get fixed on this end of town. And she's all the way up in Kennesaw. So she was driving it with the front end banged up. And then all of a sudden the car started having some engine issues. And then one day the engine light came on and started flashing. I'm like, well, we need to pull that thing over,
Yeah.
And then they plugged in to see what the problem was. And I'm like, oh my God, this is not a part of the recall. And we need a new engine.
Oh, really? What the code say?
I can't even remember now, man. I wrote it down, but I'm saying this. This is over a month ago, so the car has been out of sorts for like 2 months, right? So we finally turned the car in. Needed to make sure we understood what was going on with it. I called Kia. I called the manufacturer directly, and I said, "Hey, listen, this is what I'm being told." I said, "Now this car is not on the list of the recalls, but it seems like it's a similar problem." Right. And I had already, and I didn't want my insurance to go up. So I paid $3,000 to get the body fixed.
Right.
And as soon as I paid that $3,200 to get the body fixed, that's when the engine went kaput. Right. Yeah. I'm like, within a week of me paying $3,000 to get the body fixed, the engine went kaput. Right. It was bad. And so we turned the car in and then we had to just wait. So let me tell you how good God is.
All right.
We turned the car in up in Kennesaw. And the guy was like, yeah, this is not under warranty. You're going to need a new engine. And so you got to buy the engine. And I'm like, no, we got to throw away the whole car. Right. So we wait 2 weeks for them to give us a follow-up. And after
Okay.
2 weeks, the guy called and said, hey, listen, my mechanic was able to get this car added to the recall.
Wow.
So watch this. So my daughter has a car with a brand new body
Wow.
and a brand new engine. She got a new car.
Nice.
I-
That's awesome. That's
Very
awesome.
nice.
And the new engine didn't
Amen.
cost me a dime.
Amen.
There you go.
Very nice.
Look at the Lord. Praise
Oh
the
Man.
man, that's what's up.
When I tell you gotta turn that thing around.
Yeah. Amen.
Very
That's
nice.
awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Wow.
All right. See that?
I told her
Place
after that,
things in
I said,
context.
get out of my pocket.
I know that's right. I know that's right. That's it.
No, that's gonna be there for a while. That's gonna be there for a while. I know my
You know, I know.
my
Look, I got a 35-year-old still in my pocket.
well, my middle son, he talking about he want a job,
Okay.
and but he don't want no job. He don't want no looking for no job. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
how you gonna get a job if you don't look for it? I want to go. I want to go to the skating. I want to go here. I want to do this, but you don't want to get no job. So and I'm like, then he talked to this little girl and
Uh-oh.
trying to figure out where to go and what to do. I was like, how you gonna get there? What you gonna pay it with? Well,
I need a bell. I need a bell. I'm gonna get a bell. Bing.
I was like, y'all must be going to the park. The public park at
Public
that.
park on a bus route.
We're not going to the theme park or garden park.
We don't know swings.
You going to the state park. You going where you can walk in the free park. I got you.
There you go. Walk in free park.
Yeah, but how you gonna get there? I'm trying to put everything in perspective for
There you go.
like when you trying to date and all you can do is see the date at school. It's one thing.
Right. No doubt.
Y'all don't stay in the same neighborhood. Y'all don't ride the same bus. So all y'all gonna do is see each other at school.
That's cool.
Now you want to take a little further. You want to take a little further. You're gonna have to do a little extra than what you're doing.
It's another 8 weeks.
Because you don't want to do no chores. You don't want to get no job. But you want all the entertainment values that belong to somebody who got employment.
Right.
You ain't got employment, so you might as well let your dating scene just fade away until you get you a job.
Not fade away.
That's like somebody. That's like somebody saying, "I'm grown," and they living in your house.
Right.
Yeah. My whole thing is like, I want you to be engaged and social with whatever female you want to be with.
Right.
But you have to be able and capable to do that.
Uh-oh.
Until then, you just keep using FaceTime and text messages until that comes to fruition.
Famous last words. I love this when I teach young people. Say this. See the way my bank account set up.
Hey, he can't even lie. That'll be a whole lot. What they call it? A whole lot. Not a half a lot, but a whole lot. Cause he ain't got no bank account and he ain't got no savings account, so he can't say nothing set up.
Yes.
Bro, you just a walking Social Security number. That's all you are right now.
Not a walking.
Hey, but I will say this now. He a senior in high school, so when he get out, when he turned 18 in February, I told him, I was like, okay, we turn 18 in February, we're gonna take you down here to one of these car dealerships and let you get a job as a mechanic with them.
Okay.
Because he in the automotive program at his high school, so he in the dual enrollment. So he got college credits and he got high school credits. But I'm like, as soon as you get home, you need to go ahead and ride that out with one of these dealerships, and then when you finish college, You'll be 20 years old and you'll have your degree.
Right.
And you can go ahead and if you want to further your, you know what I'm saying, your career in mechanics, then you go on to UTI or something like that and get you another certification. And then if you want to, you go be a mechanic at NASCAR or something like that. You know what I mean?
When you graduate college, is the ASE certification? That's a separate process, isn't it?
Yeah, that's separate. But being that he'll have a degree in automotive, what is it? This automotive. I gotta think of the whole proper term of it. But he go to West Georgia College.
Okay.
So when he finished that, then he can. It's like a test you gotta take for ASE.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if he take the test and pass it, then he'll be ASE certified. But they got different levels of that because you can be a master mechanic in certain areas. You know, engines, transmission,
through all kinds of schools,
electrical, you know, AC, stuff like that. Whatever you want to be, you can be a master mechanic, or you can just be overall master mechanic. Period. But like I told him, I was like, so man, and even if you don't want to be a mechanic, you'll have that trade in your back pocket. So if you want to go and work in this warehouse or drive a forklift, that's on you. But if I was you, I would stick to the mechanic route because mechanics don't work outside.
Right. And they make
not mechanics that got a job. Now if you're a mobile mechanic and you doing it on your own, then you working in the element you can. Right. But if you work for a company, they don't work outside. You're gonna always be in a climate controlled environment. So
it ain't at a minimum the ability to fix your own car.
Right.
Yes. And I'm like that'll always be a skill that you'll have until the day you die. Yeah. Unless you just let it wane away and decide you want to go and play video games or something like that.
Yeah. You know that's what they do.
All right. That's a word from the Ganine corner. What you about to say?
No.
Nothing? Okay. All right. So listen, we appreciate you guys for being here. Another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. Hopefully you guys see how we brought it all back, placed things into context. Bam. Came all together. We look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Run Your Mouth Thursday. Appreciate you guys.
Sound like my kind of day.
So we look forward. Make sure you share. Sharing is caring. Let everybody know that the brothers are on. Stay connected. Text LWN to 84576. Text LWN to 84576. Never miss a broadcast of what's happening with the Brothers of Legacy. Appreciate you gentlemen for being here, taking out of your day, taking out of your time to hang out with us. As always, pray for those in the Middle East because if you scroll social media, it's a lot of tragic stuff happening. Continue to pray for them, as well as stay focused. Be vigilant, stay aware of your surroundings and what's happening, and know that we love you. Jesus loves you better. And always 988. If you or someone you love is having a mental health crisis, make sure you dial 988. Okay, that's it. That's all. We out of here. Yeah. Appreciate you guys. See you tomorrow.
Donald Trump will be broke in 2024.
I'm gonna let you have that.